Some of the things, coaches. Some of the things, swimmers. Some of them, parents. Some, across. But the first one is that you must wear the face mask at the pool facility, except when entering the pool. Now, swimmers tend to bond together and they are friends. Now, I don't know if you've seen the WhatsApp that goes around. Why is the infection rate rising? Because I think you are my friend, because you are my family, because you are my buddy, and so I can't get it from you. And that's how it's rising. Swimmers are buddies, swimmers are friends. Swimmers like to hug each other and like to bond together, but they must wear it outside of the pool. And you, as a coach, you must insist it. You yourself must wear it at all times. At all times. And the parents, when they come around, must wear it. You know, in Ghana we say, no face mask, no entry. No face mask, no swimming. Except when you are in the pool. Then, the appropriate social distancing must be observed. And you, as the coach, you are the one directing affairs. And that's why, as soon as I entered here, I'm sure you guys started seeing me. I started directing affairs. Don't do this, don't do that. You have to get into that mind frame. You are no longer just someone that a child has been brought to train. You could be killing that child. We've just learned about the drowning protocols. Well, you could be killing him from COVID because you may be asymptomatic, or the next person next to you may be asymptomatic. But that child may have an underlying condition. He may have some terrible asthma. Or he could go and kill his old lady, grandma at home. So we should remember, even though we are asymptomatic, we don't want the 9% that have the signs to die off. Okay. Then you should have the infrared thermometer. I think, and this is a very interesting one, but I still put it there. If you look at the symptoms, temperature is now not the key symptom. But the thing is, if somebody has temperature above the minimum, do you know what is acceptable? Sorry? Somebody said it. That's 7. So if you know that, if you get someone coming, and that's why you should have it, before you take a swimmer on board for training, you check. If he has it, please go. Before you allow the parent in, please check it. GS has been very good to some of the swim teams. They've distributed some thermometer guns to the swim teams. I was working on buying one when they offered me one. I said, thank you. But it's very important that you use it. The facilities that are provided for washing of hands, use them and use them at all times. Use the hand sanitizer. Not only for yourself, you would see that it's for yourself, the swimmers, and the coaches. GA Dolphins has just started training. Immediately they come out of the pool, everybody gets it. Whatever it is, the virus is afraid of 2 things: alcohol and soap. That's the only thing that the virus is afraid of. That's the only thing that the virus cannot stand, really, outside of your body. Alcohol of a certain kind and soap. So guys, please, let's use it. It's available. Then the buckets. If you're going to train, even if the facility has one, get another one and put it right by the pool, and get your kids to get into the habit. If they have to, and you will find that I'm not in favor of using the washrooms and the changing rooms. But if they have to, no matter what they've done in the changing room in terms of washing their hands, when they come out of the changing room, let them wash again before they even enter the pool. And if they do, let them wash again before they go home. The last thing we want is for swimming to be cancelled because too many kids are getting infected with the virus. remember the national average is 7%. So if more than 7% of swimmers training start getting the virus, we are in trouble. Then there must be a waste basket and the disposal of the tissue. By the way, let's teach the kids and everybody else how to use the Corona bucket, the Veronica bucket. You open the tap all right, you pour the soap, you wash your hands. Your hands are now clean, right? You don't touch the tap again. You take the tissue, wipe your hands, use the tissue then to close the tap and drop the tissue in the waste bin. And teach the kids to do that. Otherwise, if I have it and I breathe onto the tap and you come and wash your hands, but after washing your hands, you hold the tap, what have you just done? Then, where the facility has a door, negotiate with them to either keep it open or to be opened by somebody who works at the place. Don't get your kids to be open. And by the way, the good thing is that all our pools are outdoor pools. But one of the things you should note, when you get into an enclosed room, you open the door and open the windows. For some reason, it is said that the virus drops down immediately when there's ventilation and suspends longer in the air when the place is enclosed. So you will find that as soon as I entered, the first thing I said to them was open the door. And I think somebody was even telling, oh, the air condition is on and the doors are open. And I said, yes. Then I got them to reduce the temperature so we could open the back one as well. And these are things you should educate the kids about. Even if they go and get it somewhere, you're likely to be blamed. So that education must go to them and you must make it a point to let them understand what has to be done. Then, training. You know, I like that. They go come, I tell them what is wrong, tell them what the next thing is. So they focus on just what has to be done at the point in time. That has to change. The new normal has to be, it's written on a board. When he hits the wall, he looks at it, he sees what he has to do, he moves on. That will take away a little bit from what I like to do, which is give you very detailed coaching. But it is the new norm. The kids have to learn to look on the board and move. And you have to learn to reduce the number of times you speak to them. Because if you don't talk to them, you can't be accused of transferring, infecting them with the virus. So the communication during the period that the kid is in that area has to reduce significantly. If you have to remove the mask to give instructions, because for some reason the mask you are wearing muffles the instruction, please be sure that the appropriate distancing is respected. At that point, make it 2 meters and raise your voice a little. Training equipment. I prefer that we don't use the training equipment. But there are some kinds of training that you have to use the equipment. If you have to use the equipment, it's 2 things. The kids, but somebody will say, what if the kids have their own equipment? That's fine, but you know what happens? My experience. Because they are buying from the same shops, the Decathlon or whatever it is, they tend to have the same thing. And a lot of times, whatever mark is on it tends to be eroded and erased by water over time. Meanwhile, the kids themselves, they don't even pay attention. So he comes and takes somebody's equipment as his own and takes it. That kid has it. He has transferred it to you. So if equipment will be used, especially if you have team equipment, please get them scrapped before and after use, and before and try not to swap. So you are using this for today, I clean it, I give it to you, and you use it. When you give it back, immediately it has to be scrapped. It means a lot of work for us, but if you want to train, that's the price we've got to pay. And when we've done all that, other teams may start thinking through and following these protocols that we are using to protect ourselves, our swimmers, and their guardians from getting infected. You know, remember what I said about the changing rooms? Changing rooms are the #1 source of infection. The pool itself is not a problem. The pool is not a problem. The key active ingredient in what they use in disinfectant, do you know what it is? It's chlorine. So the pool itself is not a problem. The staircase to the pool. The changing rooms, which is where, and I don't know, I found out that it's, I don't know about you, but I spoke about it at an international meet, and all the coaches around agreed with me that the males tend to waste more time in the changing rooms than the females. It's very strange, eh? But it's simple. The males go there, relax and chat. The females go there to change and come out. So when the discussion amongst them is great, and I'll tell you one of the things the kids have been doing whilst they are bored. They are playing games with their friends from their homes. When they meet, they discuss it. So if you allow them to go into the changing room, they are going to discuss it. And these days, they are not sleeping throughout the night. They are playing games. My sons were playing games. When I asked, so who are you playing with? So about 100 people. They don't know. But it's on the net. They are playing with different people. And they form gangs and teams and things. Sometimes you are not too sure what kind of thing that they are doing. But when they meet, they discuss it. Now you've got to stop them from discussing it. Not in your facility. You have to stop that. I mentioned that training should be designed to reduce the communication in the pool. So these days, if you know that your kids are more of the well-to-do ones and they have phones, sometimes you can prepare the training program ahead of schedule. Send it to their phones. By the time they come, they actually know what they're supposed to do. If you have a platform for the parents, send it to the parents to share it with them, so that when they come, contact, the need for communication is at the barest minimum. The kids already know what they're going to do. And the interesting thing, they do it so fast. When they know what to do, they do it so fast. The only problem is that because communication is not that much, sometimes you see each challenges, and I like to stop you and get you to change rather than finish and tell you about it. Because if you know a Ghanaian kid, by the time he eats his dinner, he's forgotten what you said to him. But that's the price we have to pay. Now, coaches, please do not leave the premises when any child is there. Even when you think that child is responsible enough, that swimmer is responsible enough. Even when the parent has said, oh, you can leave him, I'll pick him up. Please don't. The level of responsibility we have to exercise is far higher than pre-COVID. Wait, make sure that kid who has been put in your care respects all the protocols until he or she is off the premises.